house lights and drop the disco ball. Tomorrow is another election day. Woohoo! Voters in 12 states go to the polls, with 10 of those states holding primaries. In Georgia, there will be a runoff and a special election to replace retired Republican Congressman Nathan Deal. And then there's Arkansas, where incumbent conservative Democratic Senator Blanche Lincoln is also in a runoff for her party's nomination for her own seat in the Senate. At this point, the polls do not look great for Senator Lincoln. How'd this all happen? Well, if you set your Wayback Machine to October 27th, here on this program last year, my guest Jane Hampshire of Fire Dog Lake said this.
I dare Blanche Lincoln. I dare Blanche Lincoln to join a filibuster. She'll draw a primary opponent so fast it would make your head spin.
Jane Hampshire, founder and publisher of Fire Dog Lake, the first person to have ever issued a live dare on this show. Blanche Lincoln took that dare a few weeks later, threatening to join a Republican filibuster that ended up killing the public option. And yes, she thus earned her primary challenger in the form of the state's Lieutenant Governor, Bill Halter. So now it's June. Health reform has become law without the public option. And heading into tomorrow's election, the latest Daily Kos Research 2000 poll has Mr. Halter leading Senator Lincoln by 4 points. No one has any idea how to predict turnout in a runoff election like this in a midterm year, but all eyes will be on that race in Arkansas tomorrow. Except for the eyes that will be on Nevada, because Nevada may not have the most important races on the ballot tomorrow, but it does have the most hilarious ones. Like, for example, the governor's race, in which the incumbent Republican governor, Jim Gibbons, might very well lose in the GOP primary, which would be a tragedy for local news reporters if it means they will be deprived of sordid Jim Gibbons airport stalking scenes like this one.
Governor, you told us just 10 minutes ago that Captain Crash was not on this flight. Do you want to change your statement?
Well, she was not with me in Washington, D.C. I can't control where she goes or what she does.
So you just happened to be in Washington, D.C. with her and happened to be leaving in the same car as her? Sir, we are literally less than 12 hours away from a special session that's going to decide almost $1 billion in cuts, and here you are with a woman who's not your wife.
You're full of You are. You really are. All you're doing is out here late at night trying to make a scene.
When not denying the existence of women who are plainly visible to people with cameras, Governor Gibbons also made himself nationally famous when he was accused in 2006 of assaulting a waitress in a parking lot. To defend himself against the charges, the governor volunteered during his deposition that he had not had sex with anyone in 15 years. I don't exactly know how that's a defense. Anyway, Governor Gibbons now telling the local press in Nevada that if he loses the primary tomorrow, that will be a cause for celebration. And the Jim Gibbons stuff isn't even the weirdest stuff in Nevada Republican politics right now. In the Senate race to pick a Republican to run against Harry Reid, do you remember the chicken lady, the candidate who said her idea of how to fix health care was that we could develop a system of paying doctors with stuff like chickens? She is Sue Loudon, and despite being heavily favored by the Republican establishment, Sue Loudon is no longer the frontrunner in the polling for the primary. That honor goes to Sharon Angle, who is campaigning on a pledge to end Social Security. Yes! Although she is apparently trying to appeal to more moderate voters now by denying her earlier assertion that she was against the legality of alcohol. Alcohol. She now says she doesn't want to ban booze anymore. And she's the front runner to go against Harry Reid in November. We'll be covering it all tomorrow night, live from Los Angeles at our regular time at 9 o'clock Eastern, and we'll have a special live show with election results at 11 p.m. Eastern. Until then, you can check in with us at the Maddow blog, maddowblog.msnbc.com. We're very proud of it.